Hello and welcome to the San Miguel Brave, a space for everyone and especially for our English-speaking community. I'm Maria and today we have important local updates from San Miguel. But let's begin with today's exchange rate. The US dollar is currently trended at 17.44 pesos for buying and 18.58 pesos for selling. Exchange rates can fluctuate through the day depending on global markets and local economic activity. So it's always good to keep an eye on them if you are planning to exchange money or make an international purchase. Checking the last rates could help you to make most of your dollars. And now, moving on to the weather, right now the temperatures are at present of 23 degrees under a clear, cool skies. A beautiful day in San Miguel, and tomorrow we can expect a low of 7 and a high of 26 degrees, starting off chilly but warming up in the afternoon. It's perfect weather to take a walk through the town, explore local spots, or just go and enjoy a coffee in the sunshine. So tell me if you like the weather today, because again I put on my jacket, something really comfy, but going on to the main garden in this afternoon it feels so warm, it feels kind of hot, but what do you expect for the night? Or what are your plans for the night? If it is indoors, if it is outdoors, anything. And if you want to mention us, please do it in our WhatsApp, that is 415-296-4668. So there you can just chat with us, or maybe you could put something if you have something interest, a report to make, and of course we're going to respond and give you the information about the steps that you need to make before that information come into the San Miguel Brave. Now, let's talk about the news that we have today. Residents of Callejón del Cabello summoned a report denouncing the presence of numerous hanging and tangled cables. The cables can be seen not only hanging from the poles, but also tangled around by the price nearly touching the ground, attached to the lamp post and stretching from one side to the other, giving an impression of complete disorder. So let's go and see this. Residents of Callejón del Cabello submitted a report to this outlet denouncing the presence of numerous hanging and tangled cables through the alley, an issue they say they have this problem for a long time. The images prove the cables can be seen not only hanging from the poles, but also hanging around pipes, nearly touching the ground, attached to a lamp post and stringing from one side to other, giving the impression of complete disorder. Neighborhood describes the clueless of cables as the closed lash. Neighborhood describes the clues of cables as closed line that has grown year after year. They explain that some cables are so low that they pose a risk for vehicles passing through this neighbor street. In addition to the poor urban appearance, residents point out that the cables could fall or cause an accident, especially during the rain or a wind weather. They report that some of the cables have early come loose or hanging dangerously close to the pedestrian pathway. Residents are asking for the intervention of municipal civil protector to evaluate the risk and require services companies to remove obsolete lines and poetry secure the active ones. They mention that this issue has been reported before, but they have yet to receive a response. This outlet will continue to follow out this citizen report, hoping the corresponding authorities take action to ensure safety and order in Callejón del Cabello. So again, this is really important for the safety of everyone, and especially because there is no one cable. There is 100 that they are just putting over there with no precaution, with no notice, so we don't really care. They just put in one time, they check that it was fine, but what happened after that? Of course, we know that everything needs to be repaired sometimes, to look at them if everything is being okay, if something changed, if something needs to repair, but these authorities or the persons that need to check these problems don't use it or don't make it as usual. So that's why we have these problems, and that's why the people just came here to talk about this, just finding a space where the people could listen at them, because they know that nobody cares, so that nobody make a bigger effort for them, or just have something, just go there and notice if everything is okay. If, again, I'm just talking that if that parts that they are not on the center of the San Miguel, it's kind of confusing for most of the persons that they ignore them. So that's why we have this kind of problems. And now, I'm sorry, and now a report of traffic lights that are on poor condition and fail to properly indicate when pedestrians are crossed, causing confusion and creating a dangerous situation for both drivers and people walking through the area.
The lack of one of the pedestrian traffic lights in the Libramiento Manuel Zavala area, specifically at the intersection with Josefina Orozco and Juan Jose Torres Landa streets, is an issue that requires immediate attention due to the importance of guaranteeing the road safety of pedestrians. The lack of this pedestrian traffic light in this area increases the risk of accidents, especially during rush hour or when there is a large flow of people and vehicles at this intersection. Drivers may not be prepared to stop their vehicle for pedestrians attempting to cross, which can result in dangerous collisions. The lack of adequate signage can generate confusion between drivers and pedestrians, increasing the possibility of traffic incidents. We know that road signs are crucial for preventing accidents and ensuring the safety of pedestrians and drivers, and traffic lights and signs help regulate the flow of vehicles and pedestrians, reducing the risk of collisions and improving coexistence on public roads. At that moment, the circulation is found from the exit to Celaya towards the exit to Dolores, and of course the traffic light indicates the stop for the pedestrians. The next traffic light is already indicating the crossing, so a person can cross to where the median is, stop there, and then cross to the sidewalk of the street, Juan Jose Torres Landa. Here circulate vehicles coming from Juan Jose Torres Landa Street, and the traffic light, the signage for pedestrians, continues to indicate red, meaning that we have to be stopped here until it changes to green. Again, the one from the other street, the other sidewalk, is already green. This one still doesn't indicate that we change, that we can pass, because vehicles are coming that are circulating from Josefina Orozco Street. Right now we have to wait a little longer. To be able to cross, it's as it indicates, and look, a vehicle is still crossing here, and another one is coming. And another motorcycle is going to pass, so imagine, well, if there aren't the other signs, we are going to cross fast. Here someone does the return as well. We continue with the traffic light here in green. It turns green. And, well, it's for the people who come from that side of where we were, where that traffic light isn't anymore. Imagine how to cross, well, without the traffic light, right? We are going to wait. Now the next one, you have to wait, but it is, well, it's dangerous and more if we don't have the traffic light. Right now we are going to do it at the time of return, while we wait for the indication that we can cross because the traffic lights are now green, giving circulation to the vehicles that come from the Dolores exit towards the Celaya exit. The traffic lights will change. It is red, and it is also set to green for the pedestrian. Some vehicles that come from circulating were about to pass us by here, circulating from Dolores exit to Celaya exit. Now what's going to happen in reverse? We're going to cross back. It's currently indicating green for us to be able to cross. It's indicating this sign, this green light, but we get here to the median. We're going to get to the median. And well, how are we going to do to cross because we don't have an indicator that the pedestrian can pass? This pedestrian crossing we witness here because we don't know, because some come from Josefina Orozco Street. Others made the return, and well, let's see how long it takes, or how we are going to do it to cross. Here at this moment, well, we could say we can cross running because here are the vehicles towards Josefina Orozco, but they already saw, one of them made a return. Over here, another vehicle circulating towards exit of Dolores. At this moment, they begin to pass, well, all the vehicles that come out to Celaya towards, the Bicentennial. And, we will not be able to pass here in a moment more. And how are we going to do this here? Here already, the circulation stops. But now those from Juan Jose Torres Landa Street are coming. Now they are crossing towards here, which is the correct thing. So, still, well, I am seeing here the vehicles that come from one side, and we will not be able to pass. Now we could pass, but those from Josefina Orozco are coming, so what are we gonna do? We are going to have to pass running, and with much caution, because look at the vehicles. They come more with signs towards the right. Este then, well, we are going to achieve it, I believe, at this moment. Right now we could go after that. Let me pass those, of Josefina Orozco. Now waiting. We are going to pass quickly, hoping that there is no return here, some of them. And we pass very quickly here for the sidewalk where this post is already only. Without the traffic lights, without the signs. And well, we pass with a lot of risk. And well, the recommendation is that if you are going to cross by here, well, do it, really, with a lot of caution for the way. Well, how the vehicles circulate, and without the signs. It becomes more complicated for pedestrians to cross here at the Jose Manuel Zavala bypass. At these traffic lights at the intersection of Josefina Orozco and Juan Jose Torres Landa with the Manuel Zavala bypass.
This is nothing. Something terrible happened because one of our team, Jose, he go over there, no matter about his life or anything else. He just go and make this report to give this to you. I mean, he attend to his life. You could see all the cars driving and Jose passing, running and running. So it's something to take serious. I mean, Jose, of course, he is a professional on his job and whatever he's doing. So he made this sacrificing, kind of, just to take this report to the San Miguel Brave. But of course, most of the people that go over there just pass this street with a lot of concern, because they don't have the great signage and they are confusing. Everybody is just passing, and as we saw, it's very difficult because this could make an accident and something that of course we don't want. So just take precautions and if you are over there and if there is necessary just to cross, do it with the eyes open and looking around. If it is not that necessary, just walk over to another point so where that you could cross, that isn't that hard. But this is again some case for the authorities that they need to go and check this area and make something, because we don't want Jose going again to that part and make something really dangerous. I mean, he is of the team that is so big, but he is so available, so we need him. And now, a story about our favorite 4-lead campaigns highlight upcoming for dressing events for animals, as well as the activities that will be taking.
Good afternoon. Well, here we are on Humanity Legs San Miguel de Allende. Today, we met with several people to give them sweaters, blanquette à poule, for puppies that are in street situations. Today, they did approach many people who help street dogs. This work is focused on dogs that do not have who helps them. And as we know, in the neighborhoods in the subdivision, many dogs that are in street situations, but who stay there because more than one neighbor is fed. But the cold season is very cruel. So right now, we are making these people who want to help, we are supporting them even more. And to invite them next, Saturday, November 22nd, Humanity Legs Radio celebrates 3 years on the air. Then as of celebration, we are going to make a responsible adoption event for Atero Don Pedro out of Celaya. We all know this place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will take some puppies they want to look for, a chance for a responsible home right there. We are going to start weaving. There will be a workshop from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Let's knit sweaters, large size, which are the ones we need the most then. Join us, there will be a rabies vaccine. There will also be a vaccination during the event. Next Saturday, November 22nd. Come and support us. Yes, you can. It's just a matter of wanting help, and this is how the chain is made. We are waiting for you then.
So this labor is so beautiful because they helped for everybody of our friends of dogs and cats. So if you want to make a donation, please go to Patitas de Humanidad and tell the situations that you want to cooperate or make something really special for them. And if you were asking more events, there you have the information and the thing that you could go and just learn, because they are going to have beautiful activities about this cause. So there you could learn more things. Sometimes we don't have the opportunity to listen or to remember all the stories that the dogs and the cats pass on the street. Sometimes it is easy just to ignore them or not to pay more attention on that theme. But going to those places, those activities that, well, I mean, again, it's really hard to listen what they pass. It's hard to listen how other people treat them, how other people doesn't have the consciousness about helping them, or just recognize that they are animals, that they need dignity and they need respect. So if you want to make something really helpful, go to these kind of activities or just on his page on Facebook. So there you could have all the information, more if you want to participate, to collaborate, to make something really special for everybody. So of course we're going to give you more information about this theme. If you are interested on bringing this kind of themes to the San Miguel Brief, you could make it. Just write it on our WhatsApp or contact us so you could have a space here. And let's talk about something that most of the times we ignore, like these cases, right? So don't feel bad enough, because we're making something, they are making something for them. And of course, a lot of people go today to take sweaters so they could give them to the dogs that they are on the streets of their homes or whatever. So this is nothing really good, and sometimes doesn't make us feel proud, but the help is over there and you can make something for them too. And now we're going to tell you a story behind November 20, so you can learn a little bit more about our Mexico. November 20 is one of the most important dates in Mexico City. It commemorates to being of the Mexican Revolution, a moment that transformed the country forever. At the start of the 20th century, Mexico was under the rule of Porfirio Diaz, who have remained in power for more than 30 years. Although this government promoted modernization, inequality, labor abuses, and a lack of democracy. In 109,010, Francisco Madero launched the Plan of San Luis, denouncing Diaz's re-election and calling the people to make up arms on November 20. That call officially marked the beginning of a revolution. Landers such as Emiliano Zapata, Pancho Villa, Venustiano Carranza, and Álvaro Obregón soon enjoyed the moment, each with their own causes: land rights, social justice, labor rights, and the establishment of a true democracy. That's why every November 20, Mexico holds the Civic and Sports Parade, a tribute to those who fought for freedom and justice. More than a tradition, it's a reminder that the rights we have today are won through effort and sacrifice. Through history supports and civic pride, Mexico honors the origin of its identity and celebrates the living legacy of the Mexican Revolution. So I know that being a Mexican is something to be proud and feel so really energetic. So during these days and in this month, we especially remember that we are right here and right now in this moment just because we have, well, in our story we passing through a lot of sacrifice, a lot of war and sometimes injustice, but today, well, the 20th of November, it's a special day to remember that we could make something really special for our nation, for our people. So don't feel bad. I know that sometimes we have a lot of controversial about politics and a lot of things that make us feel not well enough, but we need to remember that our blood carry on a lot of history, a lot of people that were brave, that they fight for our rights, that they fight for our better future for everybody. Even though they can even see that, but they believe that it will be or it will happen one day. So it's something to be proud, it's something to, of course, be remembered. And if you want to mention something, if you want to have a space on the San Miguel Brief, I'm going to remember you our WhatsApp, that is 415-296-4668. So remember, this is a space for you. Of course, we believe on truly communication, and we want that you feel that way whenever you hear, whenever you see the San Miguel Brief. So if you have something really important, something to make proud, something that it's a history, with a lot of meaning, with a lot of sense for everybody, just write down or send us a message. And of course, we're going to give you the information, everything that you need to have for coming here to the San Miguel Brief. And now let's go to our section of Heads Up.
Heads up, this is World Around Town.
Come and enjoy one of the most beautiful concert series in San Miguel de Allende. From November 30 to December 14 of 2025, the Templo de la Tercera Orden will host a series of magnificent organ concerts that you don't want to miss. The schedule is Sunday, November 30 at 1:30 p.m., 2 organs in concert. Thursday, December 4th at 6 p.m., organ and voice concert. Sunday, December 7th at 1:30 p.m., organ and brass quiet concert. Thursday, December 11th, organ concert. Sunday, December 14th, closing organ concert. A celebration of music, culture, and tradition right on the heart of San Miguel de Allende. Don't miss it. Casa El Negromante invites you to a film scream series taking place on Thursday the 13th, Friday the 14th, and Saturday the 15th at 12 p.m. All films are related to jazz and admission is free. Don't miss these cultural events at Casa El Negromante, and remember that we are going to announce more highlights related to the Jazz and Blues Festival. This Sunday, December 7th at 8:30 a.m., a very special race will take place in honor of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. This inclusive and family-friendly event is open to everyone, offering two road options, 2 kilometers and 6 kilometers. So participants can choose the distance that they fit a pace in ability. The race aims to raise awareness, promote inclusion, and encourage respect for people with disabilities while also fostering a physical activity and community connection. It's a wonderful opportunity to participate, show your sport, and enjoy a mindful morning of sports for a great cause.
Heads up, this is World Around Town.
So as you can see, we have a lot of events. Some of they are concert, or some of they are talking about culture, about something that inspires your soul and your eyes, and even though your brain. But we have this special section where you can find as events that they are activities or something really different. Sometimes we have a special place for announce the persons that pass away in some cases, or maybe if you have something really important to tell. The question here, or maybe not the question. The fact in here is that the San Miguel Brief is a space for everybody, especially of course for our English speaking community, but if you want to be part of it, just send a message at the WhatsApp that is 415-296-4668 in case you want more information, in case you want to participate on the brief. Of course, we're going to read you and give you all the steps that you need to follow, that you need to make before your story come here into the show or maybe to the section of Heads Up. And now we move on to a national news story where Claudia Sheinbaum shares her opinion regarding the Generation Z that will be march take place on Saturday the 15th.
Los vamos a escuchar. Tenemos, fíjense, para los jóvenes, la beca de preparatoria, que viene desde el presidente López Obrador, la beca de preparatoria, Jóvenes Construyendo el Futuro. Es una inversión histórica que no se había dado en ningún otro gobierno. Ahora, ¿qué estamos planteando nosotros? Primero, más educación, más espacios educativos. Faltan preparatorias en el país y faltan universidades. Entonces, el objetivo, ayer inauguramos una preparatoria que queda dentro de la secundaria. Muchas por el crecimiento poblacional, que ahora nacen menos niños que hace 15 años, las familias tienen menos hijos e hijas, ha ido disminuyendo la población. Entonces, antes las secundarias tenían turno matutino y turno vespertino, y ahora hay muchísimas secundarias que no tienen turno vespertino. Está la instalación. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que estamos haciendo en muchas secundarias? El turno vespertino, adecuar los salones para que pueda ser un bachillerato nacional, como ahora incorporamos a todas las preparatorias. Ayer en el Estado de México inauguramos uno. Entonces, los jóvenes que salieron de secundaria o los adolescentes que salieron de secundaria, en la misma escuela en la tarde van a estudiar la preparatoria. Ese es el primero. El segundo es ampliar las preparatorias existentes, los bachilleratos tecnológicos, todo el bachillerato nacional y construir nuevos. Y el cuarto es un bachillerato modular, que le llamamos, sobre todo en las zonas de pequeñas comunidades. Son bachilleratos modulares de 2, 3 salones que permiten atender a 40 estudiantes y que no tienen que salir de sus pueblos para poder estudiar el bachillerato. Y además estamos construyendo más universidades, con la Rosario Castellanos, la Benito Juárez. Entonces, que los jóvenes tengan acceso a la educación es muy importante, porque muchas veces al tener que trasladarse muchísimo para poder ir a la preparatoria, pues o sus familias no pueden soportarlo económicamente, o también pues no hay la cercanía con la familia y a veces deciden abandonar la escuela y acercarse a lo mejor hasta un grupo delictivo. Entonces, nosotros hemos puesto mucho énfasis en la educación y evidentemente estamos abiertos a mucho más de trabajo con ellos. Ahora viene un programa deportivo muy importante para jóvenes, México Imparable, y también actividades culturales. Entonces, todo es parte de la incorporación de los jóvenes, el reconocimiento. Nos debemos a las y a los jóvenes, no solamente son el futuro de México, como se dice, sino son el presente. Entonces, escucharlos, siempre escucharlos.
So there you have the answer that the president made about that event that it's going to happen this 5th of November. So I know that sometimes it sounds really controversial. The only thing that she responds about the event is that she will listen, or that she are listening right now what they needs, the needs of the young people. So if you have thinking that maybe the message go to another place really different, just comment if you think that way, or maybe that's something really different she mentioned. Well, any case, we know that here, and especially about the government, the politics, anything that involves these kinds of themes is kind of controversial and complicated at the same time, but we bring you the information that we have daily. So of course on Monday we're going, or maybe Thursday, we're going to give you more information about the San Miguel brief, about San Miguel, and everything that it's going and that happens all around this country. So I'm going to say thank you for being here and still watching, and just comment how many episodes did you watch with us, or that we watched, or anything that you could say about the San Miguel brief. If you like it, what's your favorite section? Maybe heads up, or maybe the national information, or maybe just the weather. If you have anything important to say, just send a message, and of course we are going to respond. I'm going to say thanks to my staff team, that they are here just bringing a lot of news with a lot of happiness. It doesn't matter that they risk their life as Josue, or sometimes something really happened, but whatever. We are here glad to give you the information, and this is everything for today's episode, and I hope to see you at the next one.